Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Off Hunting Podcast. It's your boy Jojo, followed by
Diggs
Tom.
Gaming.
Yes, right. This is the E3 special, ladies and gentlemen. We had a lot of great releases. We had a lot from a bunch of different companies, from Microsoft to Ubisoft to Nintendo. We had a lot of good stuff. And to break it down, we got Diggs Gaming with all the info. And there was a lot of games that I was excited about. How about you, Diggs?
Oh, yeah. Now, to be honest, the E3 altogether, it was kind of disappointing. I mean, we did have some bright spots with both Xbox and Nintendo, but otherwise, I don't know, C minus. That's what I would give E3. Wasn't really as good as we thought it was going to be. I'm going to do a quick rundown of every company that was there, and then we're going to get into the showcases themselves. So, all right, so first up the bat was Ubisoft. They had their showcase, followed by Gearbox on the 12th. On the 13th, we had the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, followed by Square Enix. And then Warner Brothers did an entire panel on Back for Blood. On the 14th, we had the Take-Two interactive panel that was about inclusiveness, equality, and diversity in the gaming industry. Mythical Games, the Indie Showcase, Freedom Games, and Capcom later followed that. And then on the 15th, we had the Nintendo Showcase, Bandai Namco, and everything was finished off with, I want to say, Yukira Studio. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And the E3 awards show. Now let's get into these showcases themselves. And let's start with the first one, which was Ubisoft.
Yeah, Eureka Studios. That's how you pronounce it. It's a Japanese studio.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. I think.
Okay. All right. With Ubisoft Showcase, now one of their games that were announced, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, that actually got leaked by Nintendo because they put it on their store before the game was announced. So part of this was not Ubisoft's fault, but it wasn't the best showcase out there. It wasn't the worst by a long shot, but it just wasn't the best. I would have given that like a C+.
I'm honestly not even a big fan of Mario Rabbids. I thought it was okay. I saw what they were trying to do, but like when you think of a Mario game, you just don't think of like something like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the biggest things that were announced were we got an update for the new Rainbow Six game coming out, which had its name changed to Extraction. Before it was called Quarantine. Now it's called Extraction. You can guess why that was changed.
Now,
Rocksmith Plus was revealed, which Jojo was pretty excited about that. So I'm going to let him talk about that.
I'm excited about this. So for everyone that didn't get to watch the showcase and everything, Rocksmith Plus was announced. So basically what Ubisoft is going to be doing is they're going to be making a platform instead of making a new Rocksmith game, which I've been hype about. They're making it a platform where kind of like like an app you can download or like a platform you can go on to, and you can actually like teach yourself how to play guitar like that instead of it being on an actual like console game or anything. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from like a MacBook, a PC. Like you can do it from anywhere, and it's like I like that because it gives you. It's not just making it accessible; it's also about portability and like transportability, like the fact you can do it anywhere. Like you could be on vacation and just do it on the fly, or you could like be at home. You can do it anywhere. I like that. I like that they're going that route with it, and they're like making it like a platform instead of just making the game.
Yeah, it does seem pretty interesting. Hopefully it's executed well. Riders Republic, which is multiplayer.
It looked kind of like a snowboarding game. It reminded me of SSX and Steep.
Well, it's a multiplayer outdoor sports playground. That's what it is. And then Rainbow Six Siege is coming to Stadia. I cannot believe Stadia is still around. I thought Stadia bit the dust a while ago, but it's still hanging around.
My uncle has the Stadia. He actually loves it.
Just Dance 2022 was announced.
We don't have.
Okay, I'm not big on those kind of games, but if you like Just Dance, then you have a new game.
They give a track list?
Huh?
They give a track list?
Yeah, but I forgot who was on there.
They gotta bring.
I completely forgot, so I couldn't tell you. And then Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting DLC. They also gave an update on their film and television. What's going on with that? Far Cry 6 got an update to it. Huh?
Hold on. They're gonna be doing Werewolves Within, right?
Yeah, that was shown off.
From the trailers I've been seeing, it looks great.
Of course, we mentioned Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and then they ended by saying they are making an Avatar game.
They need another one. Not a lot of people were kind of hip on the first one, and if they do it right, it could be a contender. It could definitely be a contender if they do it right.
Yeah, this is all about execution right here. They got to get this one right. After Ubisoft was Gearbox, and to be honest, I think Gearbox had the worst showcase out of anybody in E3 this year.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. There is no doubt about that whatsoever. Like, I wasn't expecting much from Gearbox because they screwed up an Aliens game, and we talked about this multiple times. We are not afraid to clown on Gearbox.
Nobody's afraid to clown on Gearbox anymore. But the main problem was this was not a gaming showcase. This was a promo for the Borderlands movie coming out. I mean, every time they cut to somebody from Gearbox, it was always on the set of the Borderlands movie. And we got announced like Godfall's coming to PS4. It was on the PlayStation 5, and now it's going to the PS4. Seems like a downgrade.
Despite them not having the best showcase, it takes balls to do it from a movie set.
It does. Do that. But that doesn't mean it was good.
Was Kevin Hart one of the announcers?
No, they did talk to Kevin Hart, but he was not. And what really rubbed me the wrong way was Tribes of Midgard and Tiny Tina's Wonderlands were announced during the Summer Game Fest opening night. And they just reused the trailers that were from Summer Game Fest. So why even show them off if you're just going to reuse those trailers? Now, Tiny Tina Wonderlands, we got more information on that, but that just seems so wrong to do. It just seems so wrong. And then they announced Homeworld 3 is coming out, but it's like, oh, by the way, Homeworld 3 is coming out. It's didn't even have a trailer for it, nothing, just saying it's coming out.
They'll do that. Some companies do that a lot.
Yeah, but
I can't hate them for it, but at the same time, it's still, as a gamer, it tips you off.
Yeah. At this point, it's just why? Just why?
Tell me why.
Okay, we're gonna save Xbox and Nintendo for last because those were probably the two best showcases, but Square Enix was right after Nintendo. And a lot of people were ragging on Square Enix for having like, I think it was like 15, 20 minutes for Guardians of the Galaxy. But here's what I would say to that. This game just got announced and it's coming out in like 4 months, I think. So they really have a lot of faith in this and they wanted to show off everything.
Let's talk about the DLC first. Let's talk about all the DLCs that got released first. And then let's work our way to the games. Because I know one DLC that we've been kind of talking about and that's been kind of on the radar for a hot minute now is the Battle for Wakanda DLC for Marvel's Avengers.
We talked about that before, and hopefully this is the start of Marvel's Avengers actually, getting good.
Break it down for you. Have you seen it yet?
I did watch the Square Enix, so I did see the trailer for it.
For everyone that hasn't seen it yet, Claw is gonna be. They're kind of redoing the Black Panther movie, but it's going to be kind of like a more of a spin on it. So basically the whole premise behind it is Claw is helping, I think, AIM get into Wakanda for the vibranium, because vibranium being the strongest metal that they have that exists on the planet. So you get Black Panther added to the team, and then the boss fight with Claw actually really good. Like the whole, he's like, the vibranium doesn't belong to you. You're right. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Wakanda. And I'm like, yes.
I like that. I really did like that.
That's like the perfect Black Panther. And the Black Panther, it looks like without the mat. It's like classic Black Panther with the helmet. It's not like the nanite suit.
Yeah.
Which I like that. I honestly like that because they're going with classic Black Panther. Not that I don't like the nanite suit for Black Panther, but when I was growing up, I was used to the suit. I wasn't just like it coming out of nowhere with just like the activation of the chain. I like that the MCU does that, but of course, like Square Enix has its limitations, and I like that they can still go that route and and it looks like that story behind it looks dope. So, and the scenery look beautiful. No matter if it's just like the trailer stuff or stuff we're actually going to be able to get in the game. It looks awesome. And I traded in my copy of Avengers, so I gotta get another copy.
Oh no!
Gotta do it. It's free. I gotta get it. I gotta get it before Black Panther drops.
Yeah. So and
there's a lot of mobile games that they released too, right?
Yeah. Final Fantasy 1 through 6 is getting the remaster treatment, and they're getting put on mobile and Steam. The new franchise is coming to mobile, and so is Hitman Sniper: The Shadows. That's another mobile game that's coming out. So, good number of mobile games. They announced
Legend of Mana is coming back, isn't it?
Huh?
Legend of Mana is getting remastered, right?
Yep, that's getting remastered, and then so is the original Life is Strange, and there is also going to be, and along with that, they also showed off Life is Strange True Colors, which looks really interesting. I don't know if I'll pick it up, but it does look like an interesting game. It really does.
Honestly, I got kind of the same vibe. Babylon Fall got released. That's going to be coming to PS5, PS4, Steam.
Yeah, there's no word on the release date just yet, but they did talk about Babylon's Falls, which is something that's really cool. And now let's get into the Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yes.
Like I said, even though it was 20 minutes that they spent on the game, but they revealed the game, then you have the developers talking about it, and then you had gameplay. I did not think that was a bad thing to do, because this is a game. Let me see the release date, October 26th. Yeah, this game just got announced. It's coming out in 4 months. So yeah, that's why they did that.
Another reason I think they did is because Guardians of the Galaxy 3 got its release date already. So I think they're also just trying to add more hype to it.
Yeah.
But like, if for those who didn't watch it, you only get to play as Star-Lord, so you don't get to go with Rocket. You don't get to do Groot.
That's the only bad part about that. The fact that you only play
I see the route, because really, like, the lead. When you think of the leaders of the Guardians of the Galaxy, you really think of Star-Lord, because he's the one that owns the ship. So he's kind of like the Jack Sparrow. But at the same time, I can respect that they're gonna do that, because they don't want to complicate it.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of ways you could complicate it by just being everybody.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's just a setup, because in my mind, and I'm just theorizing at this point, like I feel like they might like do an update or something to let you actually play and introduce like one at a time, like side missions that introduce you, and then like multiplayer missions as well, because they did a lot of that with Avengers.
Yeah, the game does well. They're probably going to do that.
I think they're trying to do like another route than they did for the Avengers, though.
And the final thing that was released was we are going to have a Final Fantasy spinoff coming out soon. And this is completely different from the Final Fantasy games. It's a Souls-like game. It's not an RPG type game. And it really does look interesting. And hopefully the game turns out to be well done. I'm hoping this game turns out to be well done.
Have we talked about? No, we haven't gotten there yet. I don't think we gotten to. Have we gotten to Resident Evil yet?
No. Okay. And speaking of that, we're going to Capcom right now. And again, this was another one that was just disappointing to me. This was another one that's just disappointing. I mean, they say that, Resident Evil Village is getting DLC, but we can't tell you what it is yet.
We don't know.
I mean, that just seems okay, but
do you know it's going to be good? You don't know. You only have to know what it is. You just know it's going to be good because Capcom has clout.
I know it's just so weird that they would say there's DLC coming and not say what it is. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Starting to do that because they don't want to put their eggs in one basket. So, like, I will respect Capcom for doing it, because they always give us grade A quality stuff.
Okay.
Also, aside from that, I know like Reverse got released. They got announced for July 21, which could be like an online multiplayer experience. Hopefully for RE8. If not, that's still cool. I get to be my man's Leon Kennedy and Jill Valentine. But speaking of those two, if anyone here is a if anyone that listens, or if you are a Dead by Daylight fan, the DLC, the Raccoon City DLC just got released, and that, so you get you get 4 things with that, and it's like $11.99 on the stores and everything. You get 2 survivors, 1 killer, and an emblem. Like an emblem. So the emblem is actually the Umbrella Corporation logo, which is dope. I actually like that. You get 2 survivors, and one of them is Leon Kennedy, the other is Jill Valentine. But there are outfits you can buy that you can make Jill Claire Redfield, or you can make Leon the other soldier that they have.
Chris.
I can't remember his name. But the killer is Nemesis, and they also. The killer's Nemesis, and with the update, they made Raccoon City Police Department a playable map, and it's like it's purely copy paste from RE2, which I love, because even though I never finished RE2, and I probably won't at this point, I still know my way around the map like it's nothing. It's a cakewalk, and it's terrible for trap. It's a paradise for trap killers. I hate it. I hate that there's so many good trap killers, but the way that Nemesis works is like he can infect you with the T virus, and there's only any match you get with Nemesis. There's only 4 vaccines for the entire map. They don't respawn, replenish, or nothing. So once they're gone, you're screwed, and you basically got to pray like hell on high water that you make it out in this game. I got a couple people that abused the vaccines, and I was just like, dude, it's like there's no more. My friend was like, "There's no vaccines left." I didn't touch them, and I touched one. That was it. I guarantee you, the Neo got like the other 3 because she's been hogging them all game. It's a cluster, but he's so easy to run though. He's a fast boy, man. They made Nemesis a fast boy. Like he just stomps the ground. You can hear him coming up behind you. It's like, God, Lord have mercy. And he says,
what more could you expect from Nemesis? I mean, what more could you expect from that?
Well, he also says like the title of the game when you start it up. So he's like, Dead by Daylight.
Well, they've been doing that with Resident Evil for years.
And the campfire changes, so like you're like at a campfire right outside the police department. So it's dope, man. I love this is probably the best crossover DLC, Dead by Daylight, because they've done Stranger Things, they've done Nightmare on Elm Street, they've done Halloween. I'm trying to remember who else they've done. They've done Ghostface. They've done just about everyone. If I were to put a guess on the next person they would add, I would hope it either be one of 2 people: the alien, the xenomorph from the Alien, or the Predator from Predator. It'd be dope. And then you could put Schwarzenegger or Danny Glover in the game. It'd be cool.
All right, moving on from Resident Evil to Monster Hunter. 2 things were announced from Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter Rise is getting a new roadmap. I know KB's going to be happy about that. She's a big Monster Hunter fan. And then we got an update on Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. So we got some updates on that. And final thing was the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles was announced. And, that's about it. Capcom and Gearbox, I think, had the 2 worst showcases at E3 this year. That's just my opinion, but I just did not think they were that good. And then Bandai Namco had a showcase for House of Ashes. Now, they also had other games that were announced. Elden Ring was announced shown off at Summer Game Fest. We knew about Elden Ring, but that was the first time that we saw that.
A good friend of mine is actually a huge Dark Pictures fan. I was kind of telling you this a little bit before the show. She actually streams the games every time they come out. Do we know? I know she's been looking forward to House of Ashes. You guys want to watch her streams and anything? Everyone's a big fan of that. Scritti Cat G, that's her name on Twitch. She just started doing face reveals. It's awesome. She's awesome, but she's been very much looking forward to House of Ashes. I think that might be. I can't remember if that's the one. No, it wasn't that one. It was the one before. The one before had something to do with the witch trials. The new one, I don't know what the House of Ashes is going to be, but I heard from her it's been great things. It's going to be great. And it's going to be like any other Dark Picture anthology game. It's going to be breathtaking, and the story is going to be awesome beyond belief.
All right,
moving on to let's do Nintendo first. Let's close out with
let's close out with Xbox and start with Nintendo. Now with Nintendo, they ended with a trailer for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, and God, I am so glad we got an update for that game. People have been begging for that for a while.
Skyward Sword, didn't we?
Yeah, we got an update for Skyward Sword. We got Legend of Zelda Game Watch that's going to have the first 3 Zelda games. So the original, Adventure of Link, and Link's Awakening, the Game Boy version of that. And then Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity DLC was also announced. So a lot of things going on right now with Legend of Zelda. Really cool. Really like that. We got another update for Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. With Nintendo, I am not surprised how good their showcase was, because they are just one that's been doing a great job with E3. They have had just some great showcases over the years there. And it's just not surprising to me that they had a great showcase. I mean, we have a new Metroid 2D game coming out. Didn't get an update for Metroid Prime 4. They did say that they're working on it, but they can't show off anything just yet. We got a new Super Mario Party game. Got Super Monkey Ball. The first 3 games are getting remastered on Super Monkey Ball. That is really interesting.
I know that like I'm actually like looking forward to it. And I'm actually like looking at like my Xbox right now. Like Back for Blood's already on there. Like the pre-installs are actually like already on there for a lot of these games. Like another one I know they're bringing to like we'll get into that in a second, but with Nintendo and everything, um Metroid, I'm like looking forward to the new Metroid game. I love that Super Monkey Ball is coming out. I know we're gonna get like a remaster of Skyward Sword. I was hoping for like a little bit more on some Pokemon stuff.
Now, every time you do Pokemon, Pokemon's always having their own events. So anytime we get something from Pokemon, it's always coming from the actual Pokemon company.
Wishful thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wishful thinking.
A few other things I forgot. WarioWare, we're getting a new WarioWare game, and we got an update on Mario Golf Super Rush.
Tell them the title of the Wario game.
Huh?
Tell them the title of the Wario game because I thought I got a kick out of it.
Get it together.
Yeah, WarioWare, get it together.
I'm not shocked by that. And then there's a lot of games that are coming to the Switch. Both Life is Strange games are coming there. Guardians of the Galaxy's coming there. Of course, Just Dance 2022. You also have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 is coming there, and Doom Eternal DLC is coming there. So a lot of games coming there, more than the ones that I just said. And the first thing that was announced was the new Super Smash Brothers Ultimate character that's coming.
Yes. Got Kazuya from Tekken. Kazuya from Tekken, man. If y'all know me, no, dude, honestly, I'm a diehard Tekken fan, man. There is now, in my opinion, there's never been a bad Tekken game. I would have loved to see Jaguar King. I would have loved to see King been added because it's like a man with a jaguar head. It's awesome.
Dude, you should have seen that trailer because there were parts of it where he's just throwing characters off the edge of a cliff. Like he's literally picking them up and throwing them off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, because Kazuya is a goat, man. Kazuya is bad. He's a bad man. And dude, I can already see a coworker that we work for talk hella smack. If you know who I'm talking about. If you know who I'm talking about.
I think I do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean.
Beat you in Smackdown.
Yeah, Nintendo, they really pulled out all the stops with this. Just like Xbox pulled out all the stops on theirs. I mean, the Xbox Bethesda events. Me and Sir Meliodas talked about that. I said it was right up there with the PS5 reveal event last year. And the only reason I still put the PS5 reveal event over the Xbox Bethesda event is just because Xbox and Bethesda had some technical difficulties at the beginning. They had problems with the audio. But other than that, I mean, they just hit it out of the park with this. This was an A+ showcase. You had over 30 games that were shown off. A lot of them coming to Xbox Game Pass day one. We got an update on Halo Infinite.
Yeah, I'll talk about that. I want to save that one to the end. I want to go out with a bang because that.
Okay.
That was the best.
Starfield. We have been waiting for Starfield for years now, and we finally get shown off. And oh my god, we did not get any gameplay, but I mean, we got a trailer for it. We have been waiting for that. And this is Todd Howard's latest game. He hasn't made a game since Fallout 4. So this is his latest game. And we got a release date of November 11th, 2022. So it's still a while away. We're probably going to get more updates before then. But the fact is, we got our first look at Starfield, and it's got people excited.
Yeah, like we're going to be getting Psychonauts 2, which, by the way, all this stuff is like all the stuff from Xbox is already like for like pre-downloadable.
Oh, yeah.
On the Game Pass already. Like Forza Horizon 5, when it comes out, you can get it played day one on the Game Pass.
Yeah, Forza Horizon 5, I mean, that just looks amazing.
That's a game.
Meliodas and I were talking about that. Sorry, Jojo.
No, you're good. That's a game I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering when it comes out. Like Halo, along with Halo Infinite. I'm going to be buying a lot of games with the most expensive value. One of them will be Halo Infinite. I'm buying the most expensive version because I've been waiting that long for Halo Infinite. Yeah. Another one I'm going to do is Forza Horizon 5 because
Forza Horizon 5
me a bit because I initially thought it was going to be somewhere else. I didn't think it was going to be in the location that it was going to be in. So it curveballed me, but I'm happy with the curveball because it's still a great location to have a Forza Horizon game at. So like honestly, like we can Forza Horizon 5. We can just start with let's just start with Forza Horizon 5. So Forza Horizon 5. We there were speculations that initially that it was going to be in Japan, which I would have been absolutely okay with because of the mountain ranges and the diverse drivable terrain that's in Japan, and it being such a like a remote island. But they're transferring over to Mexico, which I'm also okay with because Mexico still has the same kind of terrains and everything, but there's also more to do in Mexico, man. Like you could like do a road through the temples. Like you could go through just the little cities and the little shops and everything. It's gonna be beautiful. You could do like along the cliffs. It's gonna be a breathtaking game, and I think they're also introducing sandstorms, like sandstorm races and everything. So I think that's gonna be something they could definitely do. And if they want to do it with the release of the new Fast and Furious movie and Fast and Furious 5, no 4, Fast and Furious 4, they did a race in Mexico where they went across the border through tunnels. They could honestly do an event like that. I think it would be dope, but it all depends. It really all depends. Like we got to see more gameplay with it, but it looks breathtaking as of right now.
Yeah, Sir Melionos and I, we were watching this and we just said, "Oh my God, this game looks amazing." They started with a Bethesda game in Starfield, and they ended with another Bethesda game in Redfall. Now, Sir Meliodas is hoping that this is not a first-person shooter, but even if it is, it still looks a whole lot of fun.
I didn't see too much of Redfall. I was at work when the event was happening. Diablo 2 Resurrected is going to be coming. I know. I heard about that.
Yeah, Starco 2, that got a release date finally, but that won't be coming out for another 10 months.
Yeah,
April.
Already on here.
Back for Blood, that's going to be available Xbox Game Pass on day 1.
October 12th.
Sir Meliodas is excited about Back for Blood, and hopefully it lives up to his expectations.
I have Game Pass Ultimate, man, so I'm going to have that pre-downloaded in like September.
You mentioned Psychonauts 2. People have been waiting for a new Psychonauts game for a long time. That finally got a release date, so that's going to be coming out soon.
Well, if you guys have never played Psychonauts before, Psychonauts 1 is back on the Game Pass from the original Xbox. So you can play it. It's backwards compatible now. You can play it. You can play it if you haven't played it.
Yeah, this is coming out August 25th. For anybody that's interested, it's coming out August 25th. Microsoft Flight Simulator, that got its Xbox Series XS release date. That's coming out July 27th.
The only thing I don't like about that is that you can't play it on if you still have like the current gen. It takes away, but I have I have it on PC. I can get it on.
Yeah, that's been on PC for a while. People have just been waiting for it to come to console. A few new games that are being that were announced: Contraband and the Outer Worlds 2. So really, Otis was a little excited about Outer Worlds 2.
I haven't played the first Outer Worlds yet. I gotta get on that.
Sea of Thieves got an update, and they are bringing Jack Sparrow to the game.
Have you heard like the full in-depth thing about that? They're actually like using Johnny Depp is actually voicing Jack Sparrow.
What? That is so cool.
Yeah, it's actually Johnny Depp. Like, and I like that because especially with the whole thing with his court cases and everything, finally like turning toward his tide, pun intended. Like I like that they're introducing a lot of people back into it. Like Biggs, Captain, like his first mate's coming back into the game. Barbosa's gonna be like an undead skeleton. Davy Jones and his ship is gonna be there. It's like, hey, do these canon things work? It's like, yeah, it is dope. And that's coming out this month on the 20th or the 22nd. I can't remember if it was the 20th or the 22nd.
Yeah.
But I have my clan mates. We're all gonna be like playing a lot of Sea of Thieves because of it. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, a few other announcements were Yakuza Like a Dragon is on Xbox Game Pass right now. We got a gameplay reveal of the new Battlefield game coming out, Battlefield 2042. Got a release date for 12 minutes.
I'm okay with Battlefield 2042? Yeah,
2042. That's what it's called.
I'm okay with them not having a campaign because the campaigns are kind of been like lacking. Not a lot of people have been going for them. They've just been focusing on multiplayer. Age of Empires 4 got released.
Got a release date of August 28th. Yep. Doom Eternal coming to Xbox Game Pass with the next gen upgrade. Ooh. Fallout 76 DLC. Steel Rain is coming out July 7th.
Elder Scrolls Online's getting a console
enhanced
next week.
One of the most funniest games that was announced there was Party Animals. Go watch this trailer because it is so funny to watch. It really is.
Is it coming? When's it coming out?
2022.
That reminds me of this game that was on PC. Hades. Speaking of PC games, Hades is going to be coming to Xbox from PC. I believe that was a PC game initially.
And it's on the Switch. I have a copy of that on the Switch.
And yeah,
that's coming to Game Pass on August 13th.
Yes.
And there's just so many more games that we just don't have time to talk about. You want to get into Halo right now?
Is there anything else that we can talk about before Halo?
Let me
I'm trying to think
check.
of anything.
Far Cry 6, new gameplay.
Yeah. Far Cry 6, we got more gameplay of that. It looked breathtaking.
We got updates of that from both Ubisoft and Xbox. And the more you take a look at this game, the more fun it looks. I am not a first-person shooter guy. However, I might pick this game up. Not day one, but later on, I might pick this game up.
Yeah, I'll probably get it around the holiday.
Yeah.
Grounded
and a bunch of other things. Grounded
another one
is getting an update. Among Us, you're going to have 15-player lobbies now, and a few other games. But now we're going to talk about Halo, right? You want to talk about it now?
I will gladly talk about Halo. So Halo Infinite has been up in the air for about 2 to 3 years now. And after like the last reveal that we got before this one, it looked, hopes were dwindled, but this really kind of shut the critics up. And so let me go into it. We got 2 different reveals. We got a reveal for the campaign, and we got a separate reveal for the multiplayer, along with the developers talking about everything, what so on and so forth. So what we got from the campaign, you get a little bit more into the story. So we're getting more about the Banished. And we also get a look into the teaser that they had with Cortana coming back. So their Chief finds a good Cortana, completely innocent, never been in the field of battle, but is ready to hop back into it. And that's what I like, because it's setting up for the end game of Halo, which is the whole fan theory, which is the whole prophecy about like an evil AI will bring about the devastation from the flood. So we're gonna have a good Cortana going against Guardians Cortana. It's setting itself up real nice. I don't know what the story's gonna be like so far, so forth. I'll just have to wait till the game comes out. I'm buying the most expensive edition, but it looks breathtaking. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, go look at it. It's breathtaking. They got a little bit more overview of the map. Locations are gonna be set by bonfires. It's gonna be awesome. With the multiplayer, we got a full look at that. They're adding deflector shield sprints coming back. The announcer guy is coming back. He's actually like a 70-year-old man, and I didn't expect that, but I'm happy that I know now. And like I saw a video of it on YouTube. That's what I'm bringing up. But with the grapple gun, we got a better look at the grappling device. With the grappling device, not just in multiplayer but also in campaign, you can grapple explosive barrels and throw them at vehicles to blow them up. There's a lot more accolades you can get from playing multiplayer. We got to look at the customization features. You can customize your Spartan. You actually get an AI in multiplayer, and you can customize it to your own like personality and everything, as well as like the armor. We got to look at like the samurai armor coming back. There's this really awesome clip where this guy threw a plasma grenade. It blew an energy sword his way. He picked it up and full on stabbed somebody. It looks awesome. And it's just a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to go fully into it. You get a lot more customization options, a full lot of everything. But another thing that got released alongside of Infinite was an update for the MCC collection, for the Master Chief collection, of the new season that's going to be coming out. Because right now we're in Raven Team season. And the next season is going to be focused on elites and elite customization. So we're going to be able to change the color of the energy swords, look at the energy swords, elites, all that. It's going to be awesome. If you're a Halo fan, look into it. It's breathtaking. But that's all I really got to say, because at this point, I'm just a fan, and I won't be able to shut up. I got to stop myself.
And all I'm going to add to this is the developers did a great job after the backlash that they got from the first reveal. This looks a whole lot better, and hopefully Halo is going to be returning to form when it comes out.
Oh, and new vehicles. We're also getting new vehicles. I'm sorry, I forgot. I had to mention new vehicles. And you can actually store weapons on some of the vehicles and everything that you find. Also, the Banshee will no longer just be a map vehicle. You got to call it in on an ordnance drop. That, and I think a Scorpion. You got to call them both on ordnance drops, which I'm cool with, because everyone abuses Banshees.
All right. So to conclude, Xbox, Nintendo, best showcases, Capcom and Gearbox, probably the worst showcases. All of it as a whole. E3 kind of disappointing. We got some gold, but we also got some fool's gold out of it. Oh well.
It is what it is. It's E3, buddy.
Yeah.
It is E3, brother.
Yeah. Just the fact that E3 came back after missing 2020, that made a lot of people happy.
But Game Pass also got a lot of old games they used to have on it there, like 2016 Doom's back on Game Pass. They added back Fallout 3.
Yeah, they added a lot of Bethesda games on the Game Pass, which was really cool.
They added them back, yeah, because they used to be on the Game Pass and then they took them off. Yeah. And I'm glad that they're back on. We needed more variety. Lord knows it. But like, if you guys wanted, like, a lot of these games that got released for everyone that has like an Xbox and everything, it's already like pre-installed, compatible, and ready to go. So like, it already has like beautiful screenshots of like what they're gonna look like. So if you guys want to like get it pre-installed, by all means, go on ahead. If you have the app for Game Pass, you can do it from there as well. It's going to be well worth it. Another thing that's on the Game Pass now, I don't know if you know about this, DiggsGaming, but it's Dragon Quest Builder 2. So,
did not know about that. Didn't hear about that.
I thought you know. I thought I'd let you know, along with the original 1990s Doom games.
All right. That was us. That was a review of E3. Next time you guys will hear from us will be the Pride Month special. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my review of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I just put that up today. Today is the 17th. Put that up. This has been DiggsGaming.
And this has been Jojo.
See you guys next time.